Hey, yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and to more WWE 2K22. As always, keeping you updated on all the latest and continuing the discussion for the upcoming WWE game. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing the likely reason up to why we won't see CM Punk show up in WWE 2K22, as CM Punk himself gave us a bit of this reasoning up to why we haven't seen him in any WWE 2K game ever since he left the WWE. Before we get into it though, make sure that you guys elbow drop it and hit those notifications. And in the background, while we discuss all of this, we got some WWE 2K20 action. CM Punk taking on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which is honestly one of the matches that I want to see as soon as CM Punk comes back to WWE. Whenever that does happen, they already had a massive interaction last year on Twitter, with Seth Rollins even challenging CM Punk multiple times. Nonetheless, getting right into it, so all of this comes from CM Punk doing a recent Q&A on Twitter, and of course he had a couple of pro wrestling questions, one of those being related to the WWE 2K game. One of the fans ended up asking Punk whether or not he is open to being in a WWE 2K game even though he is not contracted to WWE. So in a similar fashion to like Ultimate Warrior, Sting, Goldberg, and so on, all of which appear in WWE 2K games before they even made a return to WWE. CM Punk gave us a very simple reply that tells us a lot based on what we have learned over the year. He ended up indicating the following, and I quote, "Yeah, but since it's me, it won't happen." So because it's CM Punk and because it's a WWE game, he is saying that it won't happen, likely referring to something that we very well know by this point, and that is that the WWE 2K game roster needs to be officially approved by WWE themselves, by Vince McMahon and everybody else higher up in the company. So unless they don't give the yes to WWE 2K games, it is not going to happen. And based on the tone that he getted, it's clearly he referring to the fact that those in the WWE certainly don't like him, or at least those on top. We know his history with Vince McMahon and especially with Triple H and probably a lot of other top officials in the backstage. So he is indicating that it won't happen because they're just not gonna allow it. But there is some hope in all of this. The first hope comes from CM Punk himself. Obviously he is open to the idea because after all, this is business. He will get a massive paycheck from WWE 2K if they do put him in the video game. And then the other hope is that in the end, WWE gave the approval for CM Punk to be part of WWE backstage even though he was still contracted by Fox. Obviously CM Punk wasn't WWE first choice to be part of that panel in WWE backstage, and I'm sure it took a bit of convincing from Fox to make it happen, but they made it happen. Some way, somehow they convinced Vince McMahon to let Fox hire CM Punk and ultimately just talk trash about the product on a weekly basis, or at least once a month, since that was when he was showing up every time. So the possibility is there that WWE 2K could really push WWE and hopefully convince them to let them put CM Punk in the game. Again, 2K will obviously need to come up with their own contract to pay CM Punk, but I personally feel like this will be a massive investment. It will get a lot of fans back interested and hyped up for the series. As I mentioned before, this is one of the shocking things that I would love to see WWE 2K22 pull off. If they were to make CM Punk a pre-order bonus, it's gonna be huge, even bigger than when they had Ultimate Warrior and Sting. It's just gonna be massive because he is somebody that we have been wanting to see return on a yearly basis since the day that he left, and since we don't see him competing anywhere else right now. What's even a bigger hope is the fact that WWE 2K games has been very well at repairing a couple of bridges between WWE and some of these legends right before they return, because WWE 2K reaching out to legends like Sting, Goldberg, Ultimate Warrior, and so on, all of that led to them finally returning to the WWE and even being in-ring competitors. Maybe that will be the case with CM Punk again. Maybe it will take WWE 2K game to step in, put them in the game, and then all of that ultimately leads into CM Punk finally making an in-ring return. So the possibilities are definitely there. CM Punk is open to returning, but of course, as he indicated, because he is CM Punk, he doesn't feel like it will ever be allowed by WWE. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, I will continue to keep you updated on everything related to WWE 2K22. So make sure to hit a go to sleep on that like button and have those notifications turned on. Enjoy the rest of this match. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.
He's looking to bring this one to the outside where things can get ugly in an instant. And another reversal.
Seems like we're back where we began, Michael. Seth Rollins got out of there in the nick of time.
They should count his lucky stars.
Oh, Seth got him there.
Big move by the Architect.
5.
Oh, nasty impact.
6. 7.
There's a big reversal by Seth Rollins.
How good is Seth Rollins?
Back now inside the ring.
9.
And he gets it.
Rollins looking for it.
Spinning heel kick.
The Architect's designs coming to fruition now.
Bam! Suplex.
Rollins with the wrist trapped.
Boom! Ripcord knee.
All he has to do is capitalize.
2 home runs in 1 game.
Seth Rollins wins. Seth Rollins wins. Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
Here is your winner, Seth Rollins!
The shoulders are down for 3, and this one's in the books.
Seth Rollins made it a win.
And what an incredible journey it has been to get to this WrestleMania moment. Absolutely amazing